Hello, everyone, and welcome to another night of the Spirit Show with Violet and myself. Tonight, we're going to be talking about signs. So I just grabbed that book there, Violet. Do you want to pop your head in and say hello?
Hello.
There she is. Okay, we're talking about signs tonight, sacred signs. So we're going to share with you all the signs, and perhaps you have some as well. So that'll be great to know. And so first of all, I'm going to pull the cards, and the cards I'm using tonight are by a beautiful woman who did the Lakshmi cards. She was a very good friend of mine, but she's now in the spirit world. Her name was Elizabeth Jennings, and she brought out these beautiful cards. It took her ages and ages to work on these, and they are so divine. Divine would be the magic word, I'd have to say. So we're working with her cards tonight. So if you've picked number one, you've got the card Ganesh. There you go, Ganesh. And Ganesh is all about unblocking obstacles. So if you've got any blocks in your career, or if you've got any blocks in your personal life, romance, friendships, or anything like that, or something's just, you're not moving, you're feeling really stuck, you need to call on the energy of Ganesh. So there you go. So if anyone's picked number one, for all the people out there who've picked number one, we've got the card Ganesh. Isn't it beautiful the way Elizabeth has? You can really feel her energy. When I pull these cards, I can really feel her divine energy. Beautiful soul. And so it removes obstacles, and it's very good, especially it will improve work, and it brings you abundance with money if you've got problems with money. And also the love life, I have to say. It's very good for your love life, and you'll have great success with your studies, good health, and also getting rid of those blocks with the family that we all have. You know, we have arguments and differences of opinions, getting rid of that as well. So that's number one, Ganesh. Okay, now I'm not very good with these pronunciations. Lord Shiva. He's an easy one to say, but there you go. Isn't that card beautiful? It's Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is all about changes. So if you've pulled this card tonight, you're going to be going through big changes, or you may be going through big changes. It's like a very, very welcome change. It's all about regeneration, renewal. Your business may be quiet, but it doesn't matter because it's just building up energy. Things always happen with timing. And you need to finish your studies. So it's all about finishing your studies, even though you may feel really frustrated. Everyone's starting to come in now. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Welcome tonight. Holly. Hello, Holly. How are you? It's lovely to see you. I'm sorry if I'm still coughing, but it's just been very sick, as you all know. So this cough is still here. Now, number three is Durga Devi. Durga Devi, that's number three. And that's the goddess of the universe. And it's about letting go of fear. It's letting go of negative karma. It's also about tough love, focusing on money, and stop worrying so much about money. Changes with work, and you need to be really patient, really, really patient with your studies. So that's number three. And number four is Mahami Murti, I think it's pronounced. Look, I'm terrible, but please have a bit of patience. It's called Mahini Murti. Can you read that? Is it Mahini Murti?
Yeah, Mahini Murta.
Murta, sorry. And this is she's a divine enchantress. She was a dancer. You need to take care with any relationships. Could be friendships or loved ones. Just be very careful. It's about goal, tact, and diplomacy. And you need to focus more on your spiritual abundance. Your work is about to increase. And you need to be much more positive, much, much more positive. So I hope you enjoyed those cards. You know, I was thinking about Elizabeth the other day, and I was walking through a shop, and these cards just dropped off a shelf right in front of me. Now that was what you call a spiritual sign.
That's
so
a
there you
great
go.
one.
Would you like to join us now? Yep, Violet to come in. Here she comes. So we'll sort of start to get the energy build up a bit. And anyway, before we move on, I've got some, we've got some readings tonight for some people who aren't well.
Yes.
2 people, so we'd love to send healing and love to Deirdre.
Yeah, Deirdre Kornaki.
We'd like to send love and healing to Deirdre. And let's pull a card. Would you like to pull a card?
Let's do that for Deirdre.
Yeah, we'll pull a card.
I'd say it's hard when you're in those times.
Yes, that's right. I mean, everyone's going for a hard time. It's so cold here in Sydney too, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so we're all sort of rugged up.
All right. Oh, this is a lovely card, Deirdre. It's the High Priestess.
Right.
And this is the inner knowing. It's the path of true wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
It's that crossing between light and dark period, and knowing ourselves in a really deeper sense of that wisdom. This also has the representation of the Divine Mother energy. So we see that Mother Mary energy coming through in the High Priestess too. So I see this as a very healing symbol, and also a pathway of knowing, where we come to that stage in life where we become comfortable with our inner knowing. So it offers a lot of healing towards you.
The other thing I'm getting, Deirdre, I do feel there's a lot of spirit energy around you. You're a very caring, loving person. I feel that there's a male around you, father, and he's coming in, he's telling you to be strong. You've got this. Also, it's about trusting your intuition, and it's about, you know what you need to do, so you need to pay attention, because everything you don't, you have problems. That's what's going on. This is actually a time of contemplation, I feel. It's like you're sort of looking at things. You've got a very strong father on the left-hand side standing next to you, and he's telling me you can do this. So don't worry about anything. Things will gradually sort themselves out. Okay, we've got a card now for Tanya Lee.
Tanya Lee.
Now, Tanya Lee's been going through chemo, and she's a big follower of us, and kisses to you.
Lots of love,
she's a lovely soul, and she's a very sweet girl. So we'll pick a card for her. So I'll pick one for you. There you go. We've got the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is, it's almost like you're being swept up in this wave of you can't do anything. So, spiritually, this is a time of spiritual change for you, an inner, like going within and starting to contemplate what's going on with your life, why I got sick, why this happened to me. So that's what Spirit's saying. Just contemplate about your life. You really need to let toxic people go, really need to forgive people that have hurt you, and start to really nurture yourself. I feel that, you know, there's so much love coming in. It's almost like you're changing your life, is what I get.
Well, the Hangman has that energy all over. It's that patience, isn't it?
That's for sure. Okay, we've also got a lady called Sharon.
Sharon.
Timbers, I think her name is.
Oh, yes, Sharon Timbos.
Yes, she's going through a bit of a difficult time, so we'll pull a card for her as well. Okay, and we're getting the justice. So whatever's been going on, you've definitely got some justice coming. You know, justice owed is what I get. So all this mucking around and all these things going wrong, don't worry about it. It'll be right for you. Things will sort out. You just need to be patient. It's almost like you're at the end of a cycle.
Yeah, the balancing of the scales.
So it's very good. And the other one is Mel Burrell. Mel Burrell. We'll have to give her a call out too. So
okay, Mel.
Thank you for staying connected to us, everyone.
Yeah, we really appreciate the love and support.
We love the feedback. we love the support. You know, and our intention is to help people.
Here we go, Kerrie. One for
let's
Mel.
go.
Let's see.
Okay, let's pick one from here. Okay, this is about confusion. There's a little bit of confusion around you, Mel, at the moment. And it's saying, you know, it's not a good time for you to make decisions.
No.
When you get the moon card, it's about standing back and just sort of waiting for things to sort of calm down a bit, about a quiet time. So stop overthinking, stop anticipating and doing stuff like that. Also with you, Mel, I get a female around you in the spirit world. I feel she was very close to you. I'm getting a lady coming in. I don't know if she had cancer. I don't feel she was very well, is what she's saying. And she comes around you a lot and supports you, because sometimes you feel like you're all on your own.
Yeah, walking the path all by yourself.
That's correct.
In the darkness.
Anyway, so I hope you like that. I hope you like that. And love and light and healing to all the sick people out there, because I know there's quite a few. Okay, we're going to be talking about signs now. Yep. So I've got a book out there called Signs, and it's it's a very spiritual book, and it talks about all the many signs. But we're going to talk about that tonight because we've got so many signs that we've experienced.
This is a wonderful book. Rockpool Publishing, everyone.
The first thing I have to say is feathers is a sign.
Yep.
White feathers or dark feathers or coloured feathers. But to me, it's white feathers. They seem to stick up in the ground like that. And they appear anywhere.
Yeah.
And to me, when I receive a feather, it's like a breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
It can mean a healing to a very toxic situation. And it also means that someone in the spirit world is thinking of you.
Yes, I bet 100%.
And you've experienced feathers, and
I've
you can
experienced
get black feathers too, can't you?
I've experienced feathers through a girlfriend who lost her father during a court case. And it was a horrifically difficult time, and she lost her father right during this period, and she was losing hope and thinking she was going to lose everything she had. And every afternoon she'd phone me up and she'd say, what does it mean? Every afternoon I come home and there's a white feather on my doorstep.
That's a sign.
And I used to say to her, that's a sign from your father that you're going to be all right. And you know what? All these bills mounted up. And after everything, she's feeling a bit sad and lonely, so she took herself off to the local club. Now, this is no encouragement for everyone to do this, and she doesn't normally gamble. She put some money in the machine. She won about $10,500 to pay her bill off.
That's incredible. There you go.
So after getting all these little white feathers on her doorstep.
That's a great story. So if you're seeing feathers, that's a sign for you to know that Spirit's with you and they're trying to give you a message. So that's a really simple, easy one, isn't it?
That's a really nice one.
Because sometimes the signs can be complicated. For example, songs.
Songs, there is a good one.
You know when you hear that special song, you know, you might be thinking of someone and suddenly you hear a special song?
Yeah, definitely.
For example, for me, way back in the day, I used to play in bands. And a very good friend of mine who I played in the band, Peter, his name was Peter, and he died. So I went to his funeral. And before I left the band, we had an argument about a song we were writing in the studio. And we were so set in our ways, I actually walked out.
Oh.
I walked out, and the song was called Something to Do. He wanted to call it something else, and I wanted to call it Something to Do. I wrote the music, and we were arguing about this stupid thing. Anyway, what happened was I went to the funeral, and I was really sad because I'm thinking, oh, my God, you know, I can't believe he's dead, because he was only young. He was still young. And I walked into his coffin, and that music was playing over the loudspeakers, that song, Something to Do. And I just went, oh, my God. And I just stood there and I just started crying. And then I must have been so freaked out. I actually saw him standing next to the coffin. And you'll often see that at funerals. You'll see spirit people. They hang around for the celebration.
They've come to have a good look at how you're sending them off.
Honestly, they don't. Yeah, and who's invited? Why did you invite them? I don't know how many times I've heard that. And, so it was interesting. It was interesting when that happened. I saw him standing by the coffin. He was like when we were in our 20s. I thought, why did he pick that age? Because he was quite bloated when he died. And, we were older. And he had his little skinny, like when we were 20s, our little jeans on, with a little belt and a little white T-shirt and his electric guitar. And he was standing there and he was laughing. And I thought, and the song was playing. I'm there, I hate you. I really do. And we're still not friends. You is what I said. And it was so funny. I was just flabbergasted. I don't think I could drive home that day.
Yeah, it's amazing what comes through in these times.
And the worst thing was his mother came up. She said, oh my God, Kerrie, you're all grown up. I was like, oh, thanks. No, so there you go. So that's a song.
It is.
Have you ever had a song?
I do. You know, I knew when my father was unwell, I was driving in the car, and it's an old song. It's called Save the Last Dance. And it's one of my dad's favourite songs. And it was during COVID, and we obviously couldn't fly, couldn't see them. And I was driving along, and it came on the radio. And I do listen to AM, people, I do. And it came on the radio, and I literally knew. I just pulled over, and I knew, and I phoned, and of course he'd collapsed, and he'd been admitted to hospital.
Right.
And that to me is a sign.
Yeah, I know. They're quite strong, these signs, aren't they?
Yeah. And
you don't have to be psychic to receive them.
No, I hear it from clients all the time. I hear it. An owl, birds are my big one.
Birds. Really, birds?
Oh, birds.
Birds will give you a sign.
every time.
You're into owls, are you?
I've had a run-in with an owl here in Sydney, and the
Yes.
sign was quite phenomenal.
Right. What happened?
I was literally in a girlfriend's backyard, and I looked up, and there was a big owl, and I've never seen one up close, and it was above me, and it flew to the other side and looked at me, and I just had this pit of my stomach feeling. And it was at this horrible house. It was a scungy house my girlfriend had rented. And I didn't like the house. And I kept saying to her, I just think something's not going to work out here. And she couldn't break the lease. And there was nothing but problems. And her car had blown up. I'd lent her my spare car. And the next morning, as she was about to leave, that car came smashing right through the fence, up to the front door, got written off, the whole front yard, the whole fence. They had to let her out of her lease. And I hadn't paid anything for this old car, like $200 when I bought it. Turned out it was worth $5,500.
Wow.
And so when the other people had to pay it, I was able to give her the money to move out of the house. That was the owl.
Incredible. I have to say mine is crows.
Yeah, wow.
I seem to be followed by the crows because when I used to be on the road all the time clearing houses, which I just do over the phone these days, don't go there, I just do it over the phone, I would be constantly followed by the bloody crows.
Oh, they love
drive, and they get lost. There's about 10 of them behind the car.
They're beautiful.
It's like the witch is coming. It was just no.
So beautiful.
Or they'd sit on the fence.
They
crows.
are. They're so clever though, Kerrie. They talk to you.
They do. And they're highly intelligent.
Yeah.
So watch out for a special bird.
Yeah.
And if you want to ask, you can actually ask Spirit for a sign.
Yes, you can.
And they will send you signs. Like you can say, look, I want you to show me signs through birds.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so that sort of
thing. They
do
tend to speak your language. I think that they know that, insects and bugs is my go-to. And I used to get plagued with them. I've stopped that one. I've started to say, no more spiders, thank you.
Yes.
No more. No more
Before
spiders.
we move on, I think we need to do a few more reads. We've got a lot of people coming in.
Yes, we do.
We've got one for Kaya. Kaya just popped on.
Oh, lovely.
So she wants a reading, so we'll give her a card. So we'll make, and there's Holly there. I think he wants a, is that Holly? I can't see.
I saw. Let me just
Okay,
pull that
so we'll
down.
do Kaya. We'll pull one for Kaya before we carry on.
Oh, yes. Sharon Timbo says, thank you very much, Kerrie.
No worries. Okay, Kaya, we've got the sun. Wow, you've got the jackpot. Look at that.
That's a good one.
Isn't that great? Kaya's my daughter, by the way. I have to give her a reading because she has to make an appointment.
Well,
these
it
days.
looks like success is on its way.
Yeah, you've got great success. You've got clarity. I feel you're going to have a lovely family holiday.
And
so you've got some really good things coming. So don't worry about anything. It's a lot of love coming up for you, and I feel there's some sort of surprise coming up for you.
I think so too.
Which is really, really nice. So there you go.
Is that surprise another baby?
Don't know.
Are you going to be grandmother again?
Again? Oh my God. Okay. Okay, who else is there? So,
okay, well, I saw Rosie MC asked for one.
Okay, she got the Justice card. There you go.
Rosie, you've been through quite a lot of things that have been going on around you, family, ups and downs, and this is really about the balancing of the scales. And
I feel like she's got this heaviness around you at the moment. It's like you're carrying something uphill.
Yeah.
Really, you need to start to concentrate on yourself more, not every single person around you.
So true. And so this balancing that scales is definitely coming through. We've got Lynn Polidano. She said, any message, please?
Okay, there you go. The lovers. You've got some decisions coming up.
Yeah, 100%. Some contracts, negotiation, resettling of things. It's almost like a new phase is coming around. So this is a beautiful time of sort of settling the energy and having things come in.
Right, we've got Colleen. There you go, Colleen. I get a bit of frustration around you, Colleen, and I'm being told you need to calm it down a bit. I do feel you've got both people around you. You've got a lot of spiritual people around you, and I'm pretty sure it's family is what I'm getting. I've got a mother there, and I feel I may have a father. I've got a grandmother as well. You've got a whole lot of spiritual people around you. I get a bit of frustration around you. It's like people test you all the time. You know what I mean? Like they really bug you sometimes. So you really need to use your protection more is what I'm getting. Really protect yourself and put some beautiful white light around you in a blue cloak because I feel people really get to you sometimes because, you're a person, you have a lot of information. study's really good for you. I feel actually you're like in a walking encyclopedia.
Yes, I'm
I get
definitely
this. I can
holding
feel
that.
the brrr, going on in your mind. So people are always asking you things. So don't give things so freely all the time, okay? Also, I feel there's some sort of relationship coming up for you this year. I'm getting around August, September, there may be like a breakthrough, something really good coming for you.
I have to go to Deborah Raven.
Right?
Because she has the Raven in the last name.
Okay, got
She
it.
said, "Can I please have a quick reading, Kerrie? Anything?"
Yes. Okay.
And she's got a bird in her last name, so we're off.
There you go.
Deborah Raven. This is the world card, and I love this for the quadrants, the 4 quadrants, which is really that sort of turning of the wheels of fate.
I feel there's something going on in your life. You're kind of at your wit's end and you're thinking, when is this going to end? There's a bit of frustration. So that's why I think you've pulled the world.
Yeah.
I feel it's coming to an end.
It's that turning of the wheel. It's the quadrants falling into place, and they're starting to say to you, like quite literally, that wheel's about to move. The old cycles are about to finish, and you're literally going to get that open door feeling. So it's a really positive for change. Like Kerrie said, ending frustrations, moving forward there,
and
Deborah.
also we've got Helen Udovic.
Oh, lovely.
Just pick a card for her. There you go. I feel good times are coming for you, Helen. I know that you've had your fair share of things too. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff going on for a lot of people.
That is a really big energy of change.
Big change, yeah. It's like, what the is going on? Yeah.
We've got, believe it's a Gemini full moon coming forward. So that's communication.
That's correct.
Getting everything off your chest. So anyone who's kind of been feeling like they don't have a voice, we're seeing all this relationship clogging stuff.
And it's kind of like a stuck energy at the moment. Have you noticed that?
Very.
Like the energy's really slow. Like before it was really fast.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of really like slow.
It's like sludge.
Slow. Yeah, it's like you're walking through sludge. And I just feel I think we all are meant to slow down.
Yes. Well, we were just saying it, weren't we, Kerrie?
And winter time too, now's the time to really snuggle in and relax and just rejuvenate yourself and think about.
Just take the pressure off yourself.
Yes, I know. And I think instead of feeling like you're in sludge, I think we really need to just take it slower and not worry about it. I feel the COVID's taught us that. Don't you?
I agree. We're going to get into this dating one, Kerrie. This is one for you, Dana Harris, because I've had a week of dating, so I'm giving this to Kerrie. Hi, lovelies. Is there a guy online, my soulmate?
I feel that you've got the Hierophant, so that's all about teaching. I feel you've learned a lot through some of these guys, I have to say, because some of them are nutcases, right?
Yeah.
And it's like your patience is just, what the hell? I'm really giving up. I feel you need to take a bit of time out now. A bit of time out, and then maybe start again in the spring, because it's like you're kind of fed up in a way. It's just that you're meeting dummies or dickheads or whatever you want to call them.
That's a good way of saying it.
You?
Just say it, Kerrie.
Yeah.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Say it, Kerrie. Say it, Kerrie. Yeah, Kerrie with the big mouth, right. Dana, just give it a break for now and start to love you and nurture you and make yourself nice. Make yourself nice food, go for walks, and just do things that you love and concentrate on your work or work that you want to do. Just take a break is what I'm getting, because there's just duds around.
I just feel
it's all about timing with lots of things, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. And Kerrie's right. Like that rubbishy dickhead energy just.
Yeah. Anyway,
see you later.
I think we need to talk about a few signs I'm getting.
Okay.
I've got
the coins.
Okay. What about coins? Okay, go.
Because I remember finding trails of coins when I was at my wit's end, wondering when the money was coming. I'd find 5-cent pieces everywhere I went. It was like I felt like I was following the breadcrumbs, and I'd go out and say, look, and I made fun to the kids. I was like, look, all I do is find 5-cent pieces everywhere I go.
It's interesting.
And it ended up being great change for me. And moving house and financial stability coming in.
It's amazing. And sometimes, look, I work with physical mediumship as well, and I wrote in the book, can you pass me that, about this amazing physical medium who's far better than me with physical mediumship. I mean, that's my forte is probably more
the mental
mediumship. Where I can hear them talking non-stop. Whereas this Marcus Hoodie's name is, and I wrote about him in my book, and he would actually bring in what we call spiritual apports,
Yeah, well,
which were coins, or they were little crystals and
yeah, tokens.
little tokens from spirit. It was so amazing.
Yep.
And he actually gave me this tiny little cross that, you know, it just came out of the ether, you know, from one of his seances, and it was absolutely incredible. And that was physical evidence that, you know, the spirit,
Yeah.
we're so close
Yeah, we are. We're
to
just
the
like
spirit world.
that.
Because really, in reality, the spirit is an arm's length away. And so for him to bring through this phenomena was incredible. You know, these spiritual orbs, you know, these little
amazing
gifts.
stuff. It's
Amazing stuff. But look, as I said, you don't have to be a medium or a psychic or a healer to do this stuff. You might be walking down the street and suddenly you find money. Like I remember years ago when I was a single mum, whenever I ran out of money, I'd find $100 bill in the gutter. Or someone would give me money, or I got an inheritance.
You find it in a pocket of an old jacket you never were going to wear, but, you know, for some reason
it's
you
ridiculous.
picked it out.
Or I found money behind a pillow.
Yeah.
Just when I needed it, when I was at my worst.
Yeah, 100%.
So, you know, that's how spirit works. So you just have to ask spirit to help you in whatever you're suffering with, whatever's going on in your life.
And they do. They hear you. Like Kerrie said, there's no separation. We think we're separated, but there is no separation.
That's correct. The other thing I want to talk about is smells.
Oh, yes, smells is a big
smells
one.
is a good one. I've got to say, if you're smelling like poo-poo or yucky or, what's that?
Bad stuff.
That's a bad spirit.
That's no good.
So you really need to smudge the house out.
Yeah, clean it out.
And if it persists, you need to get someone who does the rescue work.
Yeah.
So sometimes they're hard to get rid of. So you really need a trained medium like myself to do things like that, who do the physical work, the rescue work.
You have to get someone, if it won't move from a cleansing, you have to get someone who's trained to.
Well, you can always contact your local spiritual churches to do that sort of work.
Another good solution.
And these people who say, oh, I'm an investigator, no, sorry, we don't want you to investigate. We want you to actually get rid of it.
Yeah.
So we don't want you to investigate and just tell us, what we already know.
And also that idea, Kerrie, that, you know, because a lot of people say, I have the spirit in my house, but I'm okay with it.
It's not a pet.
No.
Spirits are not pets. They need to go. And honestly, the worse the smell is, the worse it is. Because the other night I walked downstairs and my husband said, oh, gee, there's a really bad, like a poo smell down here. And I thought, it's probably your bad vibes. And I thought, no. And I said, no, well, there's obviously a spirit there, and that's why you've been in a bad mood, I thought. So straight away, I picked up the male spirit standing right next to him. So I got rid of it, and then the whole mood lifted.
Yeah.
You know, he'd been cranky all day because they do affect you that way.
They do. And
bad
sometimes
spirits affect you that way.
You're saying that it's not, I don't mind, but I've got a bit of damp in the house, or I've got a bit of a damp smell.
You will know, and people go, sometimes I feel like something's watching me. You know, I had a shower this morning. I could have swore I felt someone looking at my boobs or whatever. You know, it was weird. It was like I kept sort of turning around like this to see what it was. And, you know, you've got to really trust your gut.
Yeah, you do.
Don't you?
Trust your instincts on things. And help them move on from that space.
Because it's real.
They don't need to be there.
And then again, you might smell something beautiful, you know, beautiful smell like perfume. Hey, that reminds me of my auntie. She used to always wear that beautiful flowery perfume.
My name was Lavender, and in the middle of the night, I'll be fast asleep, and I get woken up, and the whole room
of lavender
smells like a lavender.
Because that's a beautiful visit from spirit. And also you can have angelic smells when angels are around you. It might be a loved one, but it could be an angel. Angels have a very high frequency, and they come with a good feel. They come with a good vibe. And you can always smell beautiful, sweet flowers, but you can sort of never really pinpoint what the smells are or what the flower is. It's just so beautiful, so serene, and you feel
strong.
You feel so peaceful. You know, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
I always wake up with this happiness.
That's true.
Look, we're getting emoji'd.
That's good. The other thing I want to say, I want to talk about dreams. I had a client who contacted me, and she said that she had a friend who died suddenly, and before he died, they had a fight, and there was never any closure. And one night she was sleeping, and she dreamt that she was walking with him, and he had his arms around her, and he was giving her a cuddle. And she said she couldn't believe how surreal, how real it felt. She was so in shock, thinking, "Oh my God, I just made that up."
Yeah.
And she said, "What does it mean?" And I said, "It actually means that, he's
Forgiving.
actually forgiven you, and he's telling you how much he loves you and how you're not to worry about silly things, and he's probably really sorry he never got to talk to you before he's died. So he's come through to give you a beautiful healing."
And
And
it happens.
and dreams can come in different degrees.
Yeah.
Like years ago, I used to dream about the snow.
Yeah.
And then
I've
next
had
thing
plenty
you
of
know,
that.
I ended up in Scandinavia like 5 years later, ended up living there for years because it was a past life thing.
Yeah.
I could even speak the language within 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And
That
it was like I
familiarity.
came home. And dreams can show us places that we've lived in, past life. They can also show the future, and also they can show us who we may end up with.
Yeah, I believe that.
Like having a dream of our soulmate.
Well,
And who our
I
soulmate
dreamt
is.
that.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's
before
very
I met
common.
my partner, I kept having this repetitive dream. And I thought, gosh, I don't know who this person is, but I kept dreaming. I was standing there in my store with them late at night, and they were helping me pack these bags, and it was repetitive. And then we'd walk down to the car together. And I remember waking up every time from this dream going, I don't know this person.
And then you met that person.
And then I met that person.
So there you go. So dreams are very significant because they can also show us our future, where we're going, what we're doing. So you need to really pay attention. So if you want to stay in contact with your dreams, I would suggest you get a dream book.
Yeah.
And that's just an ordinary book that you sort of sit next to you at the bed. Before you get out to go to the toilet, get a drink of water, make a cup of tea or whatever in the morning, get your book and just write down everything you've dreamt. And you'll notice that you'll start to form like different patterns. There
100%.
you go. Okay, we've got Toots here.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay,
She's
what's she
very
saying?
concerned about her granddaughter, I believe. Let me
Right,
just pull
and
that down.
what's she saying?
Let me just see if I can get that comment back.
The first thing I'm getting with you with the granddaughter, I feel that it's sort of you're out of you're out of your depth is what I'm getting. So I feel it's
loss.
I feel it's very important. What was the message?
It was to do with losing her pop.
Yes, and it's very hard. So you're kind of out of your depth. Funny because I get angels around you, Toots. I don't know if you're into angels or anything like that. And I feel that call on the angels for help is what I get, because you're kind of out of your depth because you're not knowing how to deal with it. No matter what you say or what you do, I don't feel it's really going to help. So pray is what I'm getting. Ask for angelic help to come and rectify this situation and come and help is what I'm getting. That's what I got.
Absolutely. That's what she's looking for in terms of she's
struggling
with loss.
I would be handing it over because it's just too hard for you to deal with. It's almost like you're out of your depth. And I do feel that things will eventually calm down is what I'm getting.
100%. I've got another one here from Lily Barclay. She says, hello, lovelies. Any message from my brother? He passed away 8 months ago, and I'm really struggling with his loss.
Okay, I feel there was a very strong connection to you. He's telling me that, he sort of got each other's humour is what he's saying. He's saying towards the end of his life, he's telling me it was quite quick. So you've got nothing to worry about because you always worried if he suffered is what he's saying. He said, no, I'm fine. Also, there's connection to someone. He's talking about mum, someone called mum or someone in the spirit world. I feel it's an elderly lady, though, that he's with. He's not by himself. And he said that time heals all is what he's saying. He's just saying, don't worry about me. And also he's saying that he's trying to come through in your dreams. We're talking about signs here. And I feel you kind of know what I'm saying is true, but you just need to believe that he's fine. He's with an elderly woman in the spirit world who's looking after him. He said his death was quite fast at the end, and he just accepted. He said it was like just all went off. He's saying it's just all went off. This is a person that he was a bit of a deep thinker, but he said we got each other's personalities, even though we were different. He's saying we were on the same wavelength, is what he's saying. And he also he had quite a good sense of humour, and he's just saying he loves you and don't worry and stop worrying about him, and sending all his love is what he's saying. Also, there's something around England around him. I don't know if he wanted to go to England or what the English connection is, but he's talking about England. So anyway, we'll just leave it there.
Beautiful. And we've got Marja B. She said, well, my son passes leaving exams. He has struggled at school, dyslexia, poor memory. He's been bullied badly. He just wants to pass. He's been accepted to a computer course.
Look, he's going to be fine. If anything, I know he's been bullied in that, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so to speak. Don't you get that when we tune into him? He's a very articulate, very, very sensitive kid, and I'm actually getting new beginnings for him. So I do see him doing that course.
Yeah, I believe he's heading to study.
Like he's not really a school person because he's not made for that curriculum, but I do see him very good on the computers. It's like he's in another world. I do see acceleration around him.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with
So he's
Kerrie.
a very special person. You're going to be very proud of him. Also, he may have a connection to overseas.
My own business, Kerrie, and my ABN number has the same last 3 numbers as a phone number of someone who passed late last year. That has meant a lot to me. Do you think
that's a sign? Absolutely, that's a sign. And the other thing I'm being told is it's good that you've got your own business because you need to call your own shots.
Nice.
You're a person that you need to work on your own and you will shine. And I do have you do have the very strong support from that person in the spirit when it's a sign, and you know that.
Yeah, lovely. And we've got a ivymanu who says, Kerrie, my son passed away. It was very, very difficult times for us. Is there any signs or messages? I'm being told
he was at peace at the end is what I'm getting. I feel he was a very strong character, I have to say, because it was very overwhelming for everyone around him to just sit and sort of a feeling of unfairness. It was really unfair. I feel that he was a very strong character, and I feel he passed really well is what I'm getting. It's almost like there was nothing anyone could do for him in the end is what I'm getting. And it was a very humbling experience for him is what I'm getting. And I feel he passed very swiftly too. He went straight over to the spirit world is what I'm getting.
We've got people that are saying that they've dreamt very specific dates, like the 13th of the 9th.
That's called futuristic dreaming. Often with dreams, they can be very symbolic, and also you can dream futuristic things, as you spoke about meeting your boyfriend. Like
this lady's got a date, and she said the date keeps coming, 13th of the 9th, 13th of the 9th.
You need to make note. Don't ever ignore your intuition. Always take note of your dreams and never second guess anything, because spirit is always around us, and that's why we're talking about all the signs.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Kimberly Valida, I hope I've got that right, Kimberly. She said, my family and I are all trying to navigate things at the moment. Is there a card for us?
Yes. I feel that they'll do very well.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I feel this navigation process is actually really good because you're all working together.
Yeah. And the Magician is a great one for navigation because it means bringing all the
new
elements
skills
into that sort of pot and bringing it all together. So it really is combining the ingredients for success, I call the Magician.
Exactly.
Very nicely done.
I love the joint effort.
Yeah, it means everyone trying to pull together.
Everyone's on track. Everyone's on track, and I feel that's the way it's supposed to do. So supposed to be, because I get these really good outcomes is what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay, we've still got that honey burling there. Holly burling.
Holly
burling.
Let's have a look at
there
Holly.
You go. New beginnings.
Let's I don't know why it's decided to Holly. All right. Oh, Holly, new beginnings is definitely the answer. So the Fool means that you're at a time now where you're heading on a new track. It's kind of a time to throw caution to the wind, jump the fence and run across the fields and head into a new direction. And so it's kind of saying to you, now is your time, now is your opportunity to move forward, to take chances, to get that freedom that you've been looking for. I love the Fool for kind of going off the beaten track, for feeling a bit more carefree as he begins that new journey.
This is a card for Julie. She's just saying, will her divorce go well? She's worried if she's going to have a roof over her head. I feel that you will survive, but it's going to be a bit of a tough slog. And you almost feel like you're on your own, but it's only going to be for a short while.
Yeah.
I do see success coming for you, but it's almost like you have to walk up the hill and then you'll just run down.
Yeah,
and you'll feel so much better, because the main thing is you'll be feeling a peace of mind. because there's been so much turmoil going on in your life for such a long time. So this is actually going to be such an enormous weight lifted off you. And even though you feel you're alone, you're really going to enjoy being with you.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Hermit's one of my favorite cards. It does not necessarily, like Kerrie said, it's not about feeling the freedom straight away, but it's about becoming comfortable in your own skin. And I agree with Kerrie on that 100%.
Okay, we've got who we got here?
We've got, is deja vu a sign? Sandra's asking Kerrie.
Absolutely. Deja vu is a sign. That's a good one. I mean, there's so many signs. We haven't talked about most of the signs. So if you have anything you can suggest for us, please just bring it up and we will share it.
Holly sent you lots of love hearts. So
okay.
Holly's loving that new journey. We have Joel Evans. If you have time to fit me in, I'd love a card, says Joel.
Joel, I get a lot of excitement around you. I just feel you're going into new things. It's like, oh, I can't wait. And it's like, it's like you're sort of going through a big change, and it's like you do anticipate is what I'm getting. Like, oh, you do think about, you're a very deep thinker. I feel writing's very good for you. You need to write. You remind me of a writer, and because you're so expressive and you're so deep and you have all these thoughts. And look, whatever you've been going through, just let it go, because you've got the sun, Joel. You've got the sun around you. And, it's like everything, it's almost too good to be true. Like, I can't believe it. Everything's going so well. And, you've got so many beautiful friends around you who
Joel, I think
you.
Kerrie's nailed that.
You are a star, Joel. You are a star. You're a big person. You've got this big energy going on, and everybody loves you. So, just enjoy it. Enjoy it. You've got the sun. Wow, that's one of the best cards.
She
Not
literally,
that.
that's the vibe I got from Joel too. So you were like, I thought,
it's like,
wow.
Oh, it's too good to be true.
It's
like Hansel and Gretel,
oh,
is this really happening for me? It's too good.
There's a lot of that.
Sort of
I literally feel that joy around it.
That's true. It's lovely.
I've got a Julie Mastrovalisi. Hope I've said that right, Julie. I'd love to know if my mum is now with Dad after 45 years. She passed a few months ago, and I just want to know if she met up with Dad.
I feel that they're soulmates, and it's almost when Dad passed, Mum she lost a part of herself.
Yeah,
I have to say, like when you've been together forever.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's like she never let it go, even though she just got on and she was there for the family and everything. I just feel that, I feel she's very happy she's with him, because that was her soulmate. That was her life.
Yeah.
And, they might have had their ups and downs, but they did everything together. So definitely I feel that, I don't know if they ever spent any time in the yard, if they had a garden, but I'm seeing a garden around them with vegetables, and they're sitting there and they're in the sun and they're together and they're having a lovely time. Also, I'm picking up, I don't know who was into animals in your family, but I feel there's a few animals in that little garden. I'm picking up like there's a dog and a cat, and I can see a few animals around them too. And they like the simple things in life, and they went through so many things and they had a very good life. But your mother never forgot him.
Yeah, I agree.
It was one of those beautiful stories about love.
One of the beautiful things that none of you get to experience, but when you get to sit right next to Kerrie here, other than I freeze and Kerrie sweats.
Yes, my face goes red. You probably noticed.
What I get to experience is the energy that comes around her while she's talking to Spirit, and Spirit's moving in and around me. I'm kind of being pushed aside at times. But you get to feel that really glowing sense of love, and that's what I pick up as a side effect.
So much love and soulmate connections.
That's beautiful.
When you find your soulmate, you don't have to worry about anything, because someone's got your back. Someone's got your back.
You really do feel that. I'm not a medium like Kerrie, but I sit here, and as she's reading for your mum and your dad together, I just get filled with so much love from what she's reading.
Okay, who's next?
So we have got Amanda Arcifa. I'm not sure if I said that right. Arcifa, Amanda. Will I find new love, and will things get better with my finances? Kerrie, I'm struggling.
Oh, no, and I can see you struggling, and I think it's really hard. It's almost like, it's hard for you to get out of bed in the morning sometimes, isn't it, girl? So you know what I would do in your situation? I would get rid of all the clutter in my house. Whenever I want a new beginning in my life, I get rid of all the crap everywhere.
Yeah.
I go through all my clothes. I go through all my stuff, I give it away,
Yep.
I dust it, I scrub the floor because the floor tells me things when I scrub that floor.
Yeah,
When I'm
that's
cleaning
so
that
true.
floor, it's talking to me like, you need to get your stuff together. Like you get
Yep.
so much insight, don't you?
It's
Because
true.
the house and that everything talks to you. So really, you really need to get rid of all the clutter. It's like you need to begin again, is what I'm getting for you, because it's almost like you're in a bit of a slump and you're a bit sort of got that negative energy around you, and you know what you need to do. You know you will move forward. You will improve your life, but it's about getting rid of all the clutter, all the baggage, all the toxic people around you. Bye. Don't answer the phone. You know, just do things.
Yep.
Do something simple every day, and really make time for you, because so many people take advantage of people that are kind to them, don't they? In so many ways.
And the energy goes. Kerrie and I were talking about it. When you are giving yourself to all these people, you don't have any energy for yourself. You're not doing what you should be for yourself. And Kerrie's right, cleaning up, great thing. Like I notice it even with my work, when I'm becoming a bit stagnant, you can guarantee if you go into my workspace, it's like a hurricane hit it.
I've got to say though, there's so many people, you know, tonight and all the time, they always tell me, I'm going through such a hard time and so much stress. Well, when that happens, it's about you really need to just stop and you need to reassess. Because really there is no stress. You're creating the stress because you're taking it on. You don't have to take it on. And especially with people and expectations, it's about standing back, isn't it?
Firm boundaries, people. That magical word, no.
That's right. Stand back and just learn to smell the roses, because you have you have permission to do that.
Do you think she's going to find love?
Who?
Amanda.
She will, because I do get the spring, summer months. I feel that there's new beginnings for you, because I feel by the time you start to clean everything up around you energetically, I do feel that you'll be ready to meet someone. At the moment, you're still carrying a lot of stuff. And the other thing is you really need to let things go.
Yes.
Because I feel that it's hard for you to forgive and let things go. And it's always, but I'll try this and that. You know, that sort of stuff doesn't work. You really need like a reinvention time.
Yes.
And you know what? Sometimes when I've gone through different scenes, I'll go into something completely different. Like I remember I was a surfie, then I was like a rocker, and then I was like a this and that, a university student, and then I was a nurse, and then I was this and I was that, and I'd even changed my hair colours.
Yeah.
I'd give myself a makeover.
I used to do things like that.
And it's funny. Isn't it amazing? Even if you colour your hair, it's amazing. Like you become another person. Like you're not Kerrie anymore. You know, you're like your Sue. Or something like that, you know.
I didn't go so well when I dyed my hair red.
No, but you go through it. I don't know, it sort of helps in a way, you know, because it's just something visual. It might sound silly, but it does help. It's like a prop.
It does help.
Because, you know, it's really hard to get out of your own way, is what I'm trying to say.
Sometimes a physical change is as good as a holiday, I say. Holly Burling, we did do a reading for you, so if you've missed it, maybe jump back in the tape after the show and have a little listen, sweetheart. I noticed that Jocelyn? She sent us like 1,000 emojis, so we will have a look at her. She's just looking for a card from us.
Okay.
I believe. I'll try and find her.
Okay, there you go.
Jocelyn, I had seen your many emojis. Here's your star. And so the star tarot is about our hope. It's about our well-being. It's about finding the light that moves us forward. And so there it is, Jocelyn Stevens. Here we go, darling. When that light comes upon us, it's really the light coming through the darkness and saying to you, follow this and come through the tunnel. Everything's going to work out just fine for you. And there's a balance and a sense of peace. I really get peace as the overwhelming message for you, that what you're sort of coming to is a peaceful state of living, being able to kind of put your feet up more and have a sense of rest. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for Angela. Angela down the South Coast. And this is what we got, the Hermit here, which is interesting. She's retreating. Yeah, she's retreating in a way. But Angela, are you hermiting? Are you going back into your house a little bit down there? Is it winter calling you home?
Must be those high winds.
And often this is a time when we've been really, really busy, or we've been kind of extending ourselves in a lot of ways, and we kind of retreat back from the world a little bit. and we go into this kind of sense of finding our peace or finding our center again. So I really look at this, Angela, and say this is a time where we're trying to recenter ourselves, recenter our energy before you emerge for a very, very, very busy season. But it's a time of deep peace and kind of
Yes.
regathering yourself
Lots
right
of
now.
rest and stop worrying about everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Taking time out for you and sort of asking for help too, Angela, because I feel that you try and do everything.
Very, very efficient.
So you need to really surrender some of the things and just ask for help when you need it, because, you know, people are there. You do have a lot of support and love around you.
Okay, Lily Barclay would like to say, Kerrie, thank you for that reading. The lady you're describing with my brother is my mother who passed 3 months ago. Thank you so
God,
much
I thought
for
it
this.
was the mother. Yeah.
She said, thank you so much for that. It's given her
He's
a peace
not
of
alone.
mind.
And they were very close too, is what I got. They were very loved. They were very close.
Yeah,
Not
lovely to
like
hear.
all of
Thanks,
you.
Lily.
Yes, yes.
Amy Vass says, hi, ladies. I've made a strong connection with a man I met overseas. Do you see a future for us?
Actually, I feel he's nice, but I see it more like a friendship, I have to say. Because honestly, not being cynical, but I just feel that also I get kind of another woman around him. So it could be just a bit of a connection or holiday romance. There is a female around him, and I feel long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, no.
I get the sense that you've got some rocky waters. I'm going to agree with Kerrie on that and say,
I don't feel he's your soulmate, sorry.
I'm not going to go down that road either.
No, no, even though you want to, darling, look locally.
Yeah. I agree with Kerrie. It's not even, it's just that kind of tide feels a bit like this.
I just feel it's nice to connect someone who really understands
it is nice.
you. Yeah,
I get that.
But I don't feel this is like long term. It's just more like a friendship. It's almost like a contract player, someone who comes into your life at a certain time where you need that inspiration and you need to know that you can have a life and that things are possible.
Julie Alexander, about your children and family, Kerrie answered that question before in terms of your divorce. So if you missed it,
you will be well.
You're going to be okay, sweetheart. You're not going to be out in the car with your children, okay?
No.
Please go back, have a listen to your answer, sweetheart. Okay, Nita Lyons, she's giving us ring emojis and stars. She says, a card, please.
A card. There you
go.
Please.
And so we've got a magician for you, Nita. A magician bringing everything together. So that mixing pot, you're stirring it at the moment. At the moment, you're adding all the ingredients.
Yeah. And
it feels like a bit of hard work, but it's slowly coming together to give you that outcome. And this, to me, is a sense of financial well-being coming forward. So it may feel like you're putting in all this energy and not seeing everything right now. Please just keep stirring the pot. You're doing the right thing and the outcomes will come.
We've got a reading here for
Goopa Kaur. Could you please do a reading for me?
Oh, I feel there's some sort of work connections around you. Something to do with work is what I'm getting. And I feel there could be changes there or having to make decisions. And I feel things will work out for the best. I just feel that you're anticipating something. Could be work, something like that. And it's almost like you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but I'm being told you're okay. I get a woman in the spirit world with you. I feel it could have been like a grandmother, elderly lady who lived overseas telling me that you're too impatient. You're too impatient is what she's saying. So you need to calm down because you will get what you want, but you're too impatient. Just wait for things to calm down. I feel that you're very spiritual too is what I'm being told.
Oh, yeah. I think
you're a very spiritual person. And it's about... keep praying is what I'm hearing, and just be very grounded in your decisions because there's quite a few changes coming up for you in the next 3 to 6 months.
Lovely. Beautiful energy there. Very nice, Kerrie. There's a Mimi. Hi, Mimi. I've just seen your many texts. So hi, Mimi. She says, anything for me, please, a card. I am struggling and I want to know when I will go home, please.
Okay, I'm getting the strength card for you because I feel that you're fine. You're going to land on your feet. You will go home in the right time. You just have to be patient because it's just, I feel there's a lot of delays in sorting around you.
Yeah, it does feel like you're just got to be a bit stronger for a bit longer.
Yes.
And things will work out just
Yes.
fine. You will make it home.
You
So
will make it, so no worries about that. You just need to bide
breathe
your
a little
time.
bit.
It's just that you're worried, but things will work out. It's just about the timing, that's all. It's just delays.
I feel the same way. I feel that going home will happen this year for you.
Who's that saint that they call on for travel?
You said that. Saint Christopher.
Yes. Pray to Saint Christopher
Saint
for travel. That's
for
travel. Yes, that's right.
But yes, Mimi, definitely.
I love to use angels and saints and pray and all that because, you get that divine intervention.
Yes,
and it does work, doesn't it?
Okay, so we're getting asked just about dream signs here.
Okay.
If someone that you're no longer associated with visits you in your dreams, is that a sign of something you need to pay attention to? Yeah, that means
unfinished business. To me, I would definitely, it's called Cutting the Ties. It's on my website. If you Google me, you'll see the website. I have free audio. You really need to cut the sign with that person. You need a finishing because obviously there's unfinished business there. And sometimes spirits can come back and haunt you.
Yeah.
Because they're not finished and they can make your life hell, actually. It can go in different degrees. I have seen it and experienced that myself. So you need to cut the ties with them. They don't have to be alive for you to do that because it's an energetic thing. So you really need to cut the ties with them and really give your bedroom a really good sage out, a really good smoke out. Close the windows and really smoke it out and let that smoke go through.
It is
everything. And then when it's settled, you need to open the windows up and just clean it out. You really need to smoke out your bedroom.
Yeah, 100%. Your unfinished business on any level contains
not interested.
Energy.
Cut them off and smoke them out.
I saw there was another lady there. She had a very interesting last name. Her name was Heavens.
Right.
And I went, hold on. I saw that.
Talking about smells, I was working on a radio show and a woman said this horrible smell was following her around all the time. She thought she was going crazy because it was like a buffy smell, like a male testosterone smell. Anyway, it turned out to be she got divorced and it was actually her father-in-law in spirit.
Oh.
And he was trying to give a message that, that he was sorry for what happened. And once I gave the message, she just said, okay, thanks, but tell him to buzz off. And the smell never came back again.
Yeah, you've got to get rid of them, I agree.
Yes, but he was so concerned about his son, who was absolutely horrible, the husband.
Yeah, so. I'm not surprised. We've been given so many beautiful emojis tonight.
I'm
overwhelmed by emojis.
Okay, Fiona Laurel. Fiona wants a card.
Please have a card related to the signpost I keep hearing. Well, if you're hearing a signpost, it might be from an angel because you've really got the Temperance angel card coming through.
I feel you need to pay attention to that sign too, because I don't think you really are, because that's why it keeps repeating itself. It's like spiritual lessons. If you don't get the lesson, it's going to come back again and hit you in the head.
And I'm going to say this has that strong angelic feel to it. You've literally pulled up the angel of balance here, showing you to be balanced, to weigh your options. So I think your signpost is very significant.
And I feel you know what that is.
Yes, I think so. I think she does.
And we've got Lorraine Watson.
Yeah, Lorraine Watson. Pick me a card. Lorraine, the scales of justice. This has been a theme for me this week. These scales of justice. So every time this card comes up,
what's it trying to tell you?
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
Yes.
I was actually looking at the Egyptian Ahmad, which is basically going back to the ancient Egyptians that used to balance the scales of justice for mankind. So your heart had to be as light as a feather to pass. And so we look at this, and this is about you finding that, making your heart as light as a feather, feeling that lightness come into your life and feeling everything come into balance and feeling like you're finally being heard. So I call this a really great card for you.
The other thing I wanted to say, with dreams, you're dreaming out people you don't like, or, they don't have to be dead either. You might dream about a person at work you can't stand, or somebody who's sort of pestering you or something. You keep dreaming like a nightmare, and they're still alive. The same as the spirits, you need to cut the ties with them. Get rid of them. Cut the psychic connection.
Yeah, end it. Go to Kerrie's website, do the download.
Also, it can be psychic attack too.
Yeah.
Like they may have given you, like if it's an old boyfriend or friend, they might have given you a ring or something, right? So they can actually use that ring to get in contact with you psychically.
Oh yeah, I'm a big one for remove the jewelry.
Remove the jewelry. So what you need to do is you really need to give it a smoke out again. Give the jewelry a smoke out, or
I
anything
sold mine.
they gave you. You either get rid of it. If you want to keep it, you smoke it. Get rid of
Mhm.
anything they gave you, because through things
That's so true.
that they can actually attack you psychically.
Remove items from toxic relationships and people.
Absolutely.
Remove them from your life.
Because
Donate
they
them,
can
cleanse
just tune
them.
into that energy and just really
I-
get you. Yeah, it's true.
My father and mother came and took all those things and sold them off and put the money into the children's accounts for their things.
That's what you do.
Do
You get rid of
something
the
with
clutter.
it.
Get rid of the clutter, because they can. So if you've got anyone toxic that you're dreaming about, unfinished business, cut the ties with them, smoke out the thing.
Do you know a big one we miss these days? These are the most toxic piece of equipment you've got from the past. Every single one of you has texts and messages from the past on your phone.
Get rid of it.
And from people that are toxic or people that are popping up in your life that you don't want, you must clean your data out of your phone.
Because that's also, you're carrying their energy and their psychic energy too. So it makes sense, because that's how energy works.
It so does.
And then when you sort of try it, when you do these simple little things, oh my God, it's such a different shift, isn't it?
You cannot keep stuff. That phone is glued to all of you and you're all carrying it around. I had this client, she's like, I just can't shift this horrible toxic person from her past.
Yes.
And she was clutching her phone and I went, have you deleted all their messages? She went, no. Have you deleted their... No. Have you still got photos of them? Yes. That's what needs decluttering.
Okay, so there you go. So we've got time for one more.
Yes, Del Ross. Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh, yes, very artistic.
Yeah. Would love a card from us.
It?
Del Ross.
A bit of an artist. There you go.
Del Ross.
Oh, you got the jackpot.
Del Ross, you outdid yourself with emojis this evening. It's like our tokens. And so Del Ross, you have got the sun, and boy, isn't that a good representation of your artistic
What a way to go
work.
out. Wow.
And so this card, when I was learning tarot, when you see the sun, the reading's done.
Exactly.
Because that means you can't get any
the
better.
Best card.
You can't do any better in life. This is health, wealth, abundance, the showstopper.
Exactly.
And I think you've got that radiance of someone that it pushes for success, is pushing for happiness. I'd say just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. It's coming. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect ending for a perfect night. I hope you all enjoy State of Origin.
So anyway, thanks for joining us. And if you're interested in reading anything about mediumship or science,
so these are the two books, people. This is tonight's book that we've touched on, Sacred Science. This will give you all the lowdown on what to look for and how to utilize it. Mediumship is our go-to guide for all your resources. It's going to explain all the terms. It's going to give you that really great startup. They're both beautiful books. Rockpool Publishing, people have been asking, how do I get the books, Kerrie? How do I get the books? So Rockpool Publishing.
Or you can buy them through the internet, Amazon.
Yeah, they're on all
over the internet.
stores.
Yes.
So jump online, punch the title into Google, and it will come up with some options.
Okay, I've just been asked to do one more reading. This is for Veronica. Veronica, whatever you're doing, you're really in this beautiful, abundant time, so you've got to keep going. Don't overthink things. I see new beginnings with work. You're really moving ahead. It's almost like you've got the golden touch at the moment, so everything you touch turns to gold. So keep going, stay positive, let go of your negative demons. If you're second-guessing things or you're down on yourself, let it go, because you've got this beautiful divine energy. You are the Empress, Veronica, so just own it and shine.
Beautiful.
Okay, well, we're going to have to say goodnight now. Thank you, everyone who's joined us tonight. And I hope you really enjoyed Elizabeth Jensen's cards.
Beautiful.
They were beautiful, weren't they? I love them.
Lovely energy.
And they're also available through Rockpool Publishing. So you can get on the internet and just Google that. She was a very special woman, Elizabeth. Did you ever meet her?
I didn't get
to meet Elizabeth. She was from South Australia.
But the cards are just beautiful that have been coming up.
Like a goddess. She was sort of like a real life goddess. Like she was
beautiful
into
energy.
This ancient sort of Indian sort of philosophy sort of stuff.
Hinduism, yeah,
Hinduism
beautiful.
was absolutely amazing. Yes. she travelled all over the world.
It's lovely,
Yeah, and
that
then,
energy.
but then she died so suddenly, and we were all very, very, very sad because she had so many people who loved her.
Yeah.
Other people like ourselves, and also so many beautiful clients all over the world.
That's nice.
So this is a special tribute to you tonight, Elizabeth. Love you and hope you're doing well in heaven. Thank you.
Beautiful.
And thanks for joining us tonight with our show on signs.
When are we back, Kerrie?
Oh, we're 3 weeks, I think.
Back in about 3 weeks. So
I'm heading up to Darwin.
Oh,
Not Darwin, Uluru. I'm going back to Uluru.
oh,
Yes,
very nice.
Yeah, so there you go. So watch the feathers. I'll be looking for feathers up there.
Kerrie might be coming back with some spiritual journey and some grounding tips for us.
Oh, the last time I was there, it's a massive vortex up at Uluru. I was actually working up there. I did a mediumship show for 350 people.
Wow.
So that was pretty amazing. I was on fire. It was like I felt this electric energy current going through my body.
Lovely.
So
well, we'll be looking forward to hearing about that.
It's a massive vortex in our country.
I've never been, actually. I've heard such amazing stories.
It's something you need to do. It's a very, very special place.
Oh, well, we're going to need to hear all about that in 3 weeks. So like, share and follow, everyone. Please jump over to Kerrie's Instagram. Jump on so that you get the notifications for our next show, and also drop some messages in the comment boxes about things that you'd like to know more about as we go on.
And give us feedback. We love it.
Yeah, we do. We're working hard for you guys.
Good night and love you all.
Bye.
We'll just turn it off now.
Well, we will somehow.
It's there.
It's somewhere.
It's like driving a car. There we go.